dog and they off. They might say what's up when they see.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 25 yards that time. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. In motion left is Thomas. Second and 13. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Taken from about the 12. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Play action. It's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. The Jets at 7-5 now in the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Wilson on the hook up to Davis. First down, Jets.
A little football one-on-one there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys up
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. We are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big run that time by Elliott. 41 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back to the 30. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Running with Elliott. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Kyle Shanahan an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. to throw. That's Gallup on the slant. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big one.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. John Franklin Myers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On play action, they'll throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And that is going to sail wide right. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and start working away from it. And it's going to wind up wide of the mark.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wilson. He put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will not get away. He's sacked back at the 3-yard line. C.J. Mosley. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Thomas, the man in motion left. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's caught once again by Gallup. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
This will be fielded at the 17. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. 10th carry now for Elliott. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11. A 1st down carry by Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9 now. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got some space here.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
They go to Elliott again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Carl Lawson drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
In motion left is Thomas. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Elliott is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, who picked off the last one? What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man for 5 downs. He knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. But probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, third and long. Got to push it downfield to try to pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Play action. Now Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, a clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now it's Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
On 3rd down, here's Carter.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And this coaching staff, CDI,